Hello. This might be a very silly video because it's raining, but I want to go on this little hike. I was just in this little town that was really cute called Littleton, and I was in their little museum, and it's just interesting. And there's a little hike that's like a mile up the hill, and you get to the top of the hill and you get to look down, and I thought that'd be a cool thing to do. It's pouring rain, but it's pouring rain for the next couple of days, and I'm not going to be here, and it's autumn in the Northeast, so rain really isn't that unusual. I'm going to bring you along because it might be cool, and I'm embracing the rain, and embracing the rain is a good thing, and we should all learn to embrace the rain. No life can happen without the water, right? So it's also not that cold out. If it was cold out and raining, not a chance would I be out there. Well, I guess I shouldn't say not a chance, but unlikely. Either way, I'm gonna put clothes on that can get soaking wet, and I'm definitely turning my heater on later, and then we'll get going. I'll see you when I'm ready. All right, I'm ready. Okay, now I'm ready. It's gonna be wet. This might be a silly idea, but that's what life's about, really. So let's see if we can have fun or not. I bet we can. It's very, very wet. Try to avoid the mud as much as possible and enjoy the beauty. I really enjoy the small towns of America while I'm traveling. They're always cute and quaint, and it's cool to see the history. I will say, so often the history is just industrialization, and sometimes that's kind of weird because, you know, these were beautiful places, and I don't know, you know what I mean, logging and mill work and people doing that, and millionaires and monopolies, and there's a lot of messed up things that happened in the industrialization of this country and the colonization of this country. So sometimes when you're at the museums and reading the things, and they're like glorifying this sawmill industrial, this rich guy came over here and started a mill and then built a town so all his workers could stay there, and I don't know. It's interesting because it's the history, and it's cool that people are still talking about the history and preserving it, and that people still live in these small towns and all that. But on the other side, I just feel like there should be lots of asterisks, but there's not. It's gonna be a lot of wiping this lens. It's pretty. Looks like this is probably a farm at some point, as many places around here are and were. And it looks like I'm gonna tuck into the trees at some point, so maybe the rain will stop a little bit too. I'm gonna get to the top and not be able to see anything. At least not what you're supposed to be seeing. Certainly a lot of, but that's all right. Good autumn colors still happening. Tucking into the woods. It's still raining in the woods. Who would have thought? Where do animals go when it's raining? Do they just not care? Or they hide in their holes? They probably hide in their holes. It's crazy to think that pretty much every animal that's in the woods has a home. Is that true? Do all animals make a den and stuff? I think so. That's kind of fun. There's so many chipmunks in the Northeast, at least where I've been the last couple weeks. That's a whole lot of little chipmunk holes. The problem with waterproof things is that it doesn't let water in, but it doesn't let air out either. Very hot and sweaty very quickly. Quite the puddle. It is all very pretty though. Very pretty, lots of cool colors. All those ferns went brown. Why do some ferns change colors before other ferns? Some of the ferns are still like so green. And then all the ones up here are yellow and brown already. I don't know. Soil, sunlight, elevation, natural factors, I suppose. So pretty. Look how pretty. You definitely get better stream action when you're walking in the rain. Everything's flowing. Ah. Oh, fuck. I was about to say my feet are drier than I thought they'd be, but not anymore. Mucky. Up here might just be the move. Definitely the move. We're really in the muck now. Luckily, there's stepping stones. And I see a bench. And I'm pretty sure the bench is the top. Didn't take very long at all. Well, maybe it's not the top. It's just the bench to rest on. Not a bad spot. Gosh. Fall colors, man. Autumn colors. There was up. And the rain really amplifies it. And then you get into these pine sections and they stay true. How pretty. Found to see a very pretty pine grove. Some of those are kind of big boys. That's a big boy. And then the yellow. So pretty. Very grateful. Look at that moss with this little fern friend. The moss levels are out of control in the Northeast too. If you're from somewhere that doesn't have a lot of moss and you want to see a lot of moss, you know where to go. We're going back downhill now. I thought the view was from the top, but might have to get over to the edge, I guess. I do not like going downhill. I'd much rather go uphill. Oh, but I see the bench and that looks very cool. I'll go downhill for that. Big bench. Do you and 10 of your friends want to come have a picnic? I've got the spot for you. Boop. Oh, you can see it all. Sick. Well worth it. That's awesome. Hell yeah. It's kind of hard to see on this camera. It's really pretty. And these are all the White Mountains hiding in the fog. Have you never been to the White Mountains? Also very pretty. Very pretty and very chill. It's like not all that crazy. Might be just the time of year right now too, but there's been spots, it hasn't been crowded. It's been very, very nice. And this is a very nice view. And honestly, like, I'm talking about all that, you know, small town stuff in the beginning. And then you look at a town like that, and it fits in so nicely with the nature and the river and all of that. And a lot of people live there and are happy there and find joy there. So how bad can it really be, you know? I guess it's about people being more conscious while they're doing it. But for people being pretty unconscious, or maybe not, maybe people were conscious, I don't really know. But it's just something I think about. I think that looks really nice, tucked into the mountains there. It's also a big thing with mountain places too, because you can't just keep expanding on the flats. You go places where it's flat and they keep going. If this was flat, they probably would have kept going. But the mountains said, nope, we were here first. Just like all of nature. Can't fret on the bench. If I didn't want my butt so wet, I'd sit down. But it'd be a fun place to come and have a picnic for sure. Very cool. Okay, I'm gonna leave you here because leaving at the top seems to make more sense. We already came up this way. I guess when it's a loop trail, maybe I'll do it all. I don't know. It'll be different every time. But for now, I'll give you looks of this beautiful moss and autumn trees and cliffside views. I hope you're doing well and that you're working to be doing well. If you're not doing well, you probably do have the power to change that. And it might be tough, it might take effort, there might be things going against you. But if you want it, you can make it happen. And I believe in you because everybody's capable. Okay, see you next time. Bye.